Is it time for change? That's the question being put to islanders this fall in a plebiscite. A plebiscite is a non-binding vote on a public question involving change or reform. In this instance, it's about electoral reform. In 2015, the government of Prince Edward Island began the process of looking at electoral reform and how we elect members to the Legislative Assembly. A special committee was formed, and following numerous island-wide consultations on electoral reform, the committee put forth 5 election systems that islanders will rank in order of preference in a fall plebiscite. For demonstration purposes only, the 5 systems discussed today will focus only on one district based on a total of 100 votes. Let's look at those 5 systems. They include first past the post, first past the post plus leaders, dual member proportional, mixed member proportional, and preferential voting. When looking at these systems, it's important to look at only how these systems function. First past the post. It is our current system where the most popular candidate is elected. Whoever gets the most votes wins. Here's an example of first past the post ballot. You would place an X or a check mark next to the candidate of your choice, and only one box may be marked. For our example today, here's the result of the voting in this district, and it clearly shows that candidate A is the winner. The next system to discuss is first past the post plus leaders. It is based on our current system with the addition of some leaders. Here's a sample ballot of how it looks, just like the first past the post ballot actually. With this system, the candidate with the most votes wins. The difference comes with the modification of adding leaders to the Legislative Assembly once their party achieves a threshold of 10% of the island-wide popular vote. The leaders would not run in any one district. The entire island would be their constituency. For this example, Party A received 40% of the island-wide popular vote. Party B received 5%, Party C 35%, and Party D 20% of the island-wide popular vote. Therefore, Parties A, C, and D would have their leaders elected to the Legislative Assembly. The next system is called dual member proportional. It is a proportional system with elements of the first past the post system, where 2 local representatives are elected per district. This model is based on 14 districts with 28 seats, 2 members per district. Here's a sample of what the dual member proportional ballot might look like. For this system, you would be voting for the party of your choice. The 2 candidates for each party would be chosen by the district party nominations. The first seat or member elected is done using the first past the post system. In this sample, Party A has 40 votes, so candidate number 1 for Party A is elected to the Legislative Assembly. For the proportional representation element of this system, it would have to be determined how many seats in the Legislative Assembly each party deserves based on their island-wide popular vote. For example, Party A has 30% support across the island, while Party B has 15%, Party C with 35%, and Party D with 20%. Therefore, Party A deserves to have 8 seats in the Legislative Assembly. Party B would have 4 seats, C gets 10 seats, and Party D deserves 6 seats. In this sample district, these were the results of the first round, with the first candidate being elected, and the percentage of popularity in that district. The second seat is assigned proportionally and given to the candidate where the party did best. Since Party A already has won their first seat, their percentage of support would be reduced by 50%. Therefore, in this example, they would have 20% support. So the second seat would then be awarded to the candidate where the party performed best. The next system is another hybrid of the first past the post system and proportional representation, and it's called mixed member proportional. It is a proportional system where 1 local representative is elected for each district, and other representatives are elected for the province. The number of districts for this system would change. The ballot would have two choices for voting: a district vote and a party vote. For the district vote, you would vote for the candidate of choice as you would with the first-past-the-post system. In this example, candidate A received 40 votes and wins the seat in the Legislative Assembly for that district. 2/3 of the seats will be elected in this manner on the mixed-member proportional ballot. The remaining 1/3 of seats would be representatives island-wide. This is the party vote. Each party would put forward a party list of candidates from their party. The actual number of party list candidates is yet to be determined. We've used 6 for this demonstration. You would then cast a vote for the candidate of choice to be an island representative. This choice would be from the same party or from a different party altogether. Following the vote, the candidates are then ranked for each party list according to how many votes each candidate has received across the island. As you can see, Party A, that candidate A received 700 votes across the island. Candidate B gets 325 votes, and so on. Using the earlier example, it was determined that if Party A is supposed to receive 8 seats in the House, and let's say they already have won 5 seats off the first ballot, first past the post, then they deserve 3 further top-up seats to make the total of 8 seats in the Legislative Assembly. So, candidate C with 900 votes, candidate E with 1,200 votes, and candidate F with 950 votes in that party would be the top 3 candidates with the most votes for that party, and they would be awarded the 3 top-up seats and would represent all of Prince Edward Island. The final system for consideration is called preferential voting. It is a system where candidates are ranked in order of preference and must have more than 50% of the votes to be declared the winner. On the ballot, you will rank in order of preference your choices, 1 for most preferred to 5 least preferred. You may rank as many or as few as you like. Based on 100 votes, not one of these candidates was declared the winner because they did not receive more than 50% of the votes. So the candidate with the fewest amount of votes, candidate B, would be excluded and have their second choice votes redistributed to the other candidates. For this example, 2 votes for candidate B also selected candidate A as their second choice, and 8 put their support behind candidate C as their second choice. Candidate D did not receive any further support. Following redistribution and a second count, candidate A now has 42 votes. Candidate C has 43 votes, and candidate D has 15 votes. Still, no official winner, so there is another round of redistribution. This time, candidate D is excluded because they have the least amount of votes. We see that 5 voters that chose candidate D as their first choice picked candidate A as their second choice, and 10 of those people chose candidate C as their second choice. Another count determines that candidate C is the winner with 53 votes and wins the seat for that district in the Legislative Assembly. Those are the 5 electoral systems we will be voting on this fall in the plebiscite. In order to be able to vote, you must be registered with the Elections PEI. You must be a Canadian citizen and a resident of Prince Edward Island from at least May 7, 2016. You must provide ID to register and vote. You must be at least 16 years of age by or on November 7, 2016. If you voted in the last provincial election and your address has not changed, you are a registered voter with Elections PEI. But it is always a good practice to check your registration information by calling 1-888-234-8683 or 1-888-234-VOTE. You can also stop by the website www.yourchoicepei.ca. All eligible voters will receive a voter information card and personal identification number before October 27, 2016 that will enable you to vote online between October 29th and November 7th, whether it is from your desktop computer, laptop, tablet, or even a smartphone. You will also be able to vote using a touch-tone phone. There will also be 2 days set aside, November 4th and November 5th, to vote in person using a paper ballot. Voters need to bring along their VIC card, their voter information card, and acceptable ID. The choice is yours, PEI, but you can only vote once. For further information, you are invited to visit our official plebiscite website, www.yourchoicepei.ca. You'll find more examples, information, and videos to help you better understand the 5 choices available for you to rank in order of preference in the fall plebiscite. PEI's choice. It's your voice.